talk to you about the new pro league and pick your brains in terms of where they're going and what they're doing, because the model you built in Toronto, I think, is something everybody could learn from. So,
well, thank you, Wally. That's very kind. I think, like any coach or administrator in hockey, your time is maybe fleeting. So it's, having gratitude for the people that I got to work alongside. I just wrote a reference letter for Angela James to receive a doctorate. And it made me really reflect on how fortunate I was to get to work alongside her. I didn't know her, in 98. She was there for a couple months, and then I was cut from the team, and then she was cut from the team, and then I was brought back. So I knew of her, but I didn't really know her, just the impact that she had had on the game. But certain people get painted in a certain way, and it's not really till you get to work alongside somebody and see the humanity that they have in every situation that you realize just the impact that they have in your life. And so working with her was pretty amazing. I think one of the things with being a part of a team is you get to make these connections, but also, we chatted on the phone every day for an hour, maybe 2 hours a day, just talking through things. And we didn't have the same opinion on a lot of things. And so coming to middle ground was something really special. But also, getting to work with people like Ted Nolan and Bernice Carnegie and seeing a whole different side of hockey that is often not reflected in our game, and how we can reflect it, and how I, as a white person, can, support and uplift and be an ally, but not just in words, but in actions too. And stretching myself in different ways that I didn't think were going to be possible. So, I'm really proud of what we did in Toronto, not just because we won, not just because of the challenges and obstacles we overcame, but I think for what the team represented, but also more about what it was going to represent, and how we wanted to intentionally build it in a certain way. It's still, it's still sad. It's hard. I think anytime a coach or a administrator doesn't get to move on in the game that they love. But it is kind of nice to have time, after my hockey school finished, and this past week, like, we had friends over to sit in the pool. Like, these things that you just don't get time to do when you're so ingrained in it. So without this time to reflect, I don't think I would appreciate it as much. But it was really great, and I'm sure that I will continue to be a fan forever. And I still get to see a lot of the players and hear their trials and tribulations. And we went to Woodbine on the weekend. Got to see Jim Lawson, and texted Tim a picture of Jim in his top hat, which was hilarious. So the Toronto Six were celebrated at the King's Plate, which was really fun. But also amazing that somebody like Jim Lawson, who's the CEO of Woodbine, and Michael Copeland, who's the incoming CEO of Woodbine, who is Summer McIntosh's agent, the swimmer, know so much about our game and know so much about the Toronto Six. And it's just a really refreshing to be in an environment where people know. And when we brought the cup into the King's Plate area, into the Royal enclosure, that everybody knew what that cup was. That was just really special. So that was fun. And Wally, on one final note, is I never got to tell you, because we didn't do any of these sessions sort of over the summer time when my camp was in Winnipeg, but your nephew, maybe Kim, in Winnipeg, came out to my hockey school and was shouting at me across the rink. And I thought, what is this? Why is this guy in the box during my hockey school? Anyways, he watched for a bit, and then I got to talk to him afterwards. He kept trying to call me over, and I didn't have time because you're right in the middle. And anyways, then we had a nice conversation, and I got to know that he was connected to you. So is that your nephew? Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. He was really excited to tell me that all about you and his dad and how everybody was doing and stuff. So that was really special.
Yeah, we're hockey family, three sons growing up in small town Saskatchewan. And if it wasn't for sports and hockey in particular, who knows where we'd be? Whether we'd be in jail or on the street, I don't know. Who knows? But,
I'm sure if you didn't have hockey, something else you guys would have gravitated to, I'm sure.
well, I guess my point is we want hockey just to build good people, and properly done, properly administrated, properly coached. It's like raising children, raise them the right way and teach them the importance of respect and effort, and you're going to succeed. You're going to be good. And I think, we're talking about the business of hockey and winning games and Stanley Cups and making the national team. Nothing wrong with that at all. In fact, have a dream, as Alan Andrews would say. But be sure you have a dream after the dream. And learning from what the sport has taught you and taught us, the ups and the downs, you just can't put a price tag on it. And I think that's what coaches have to realize, is that far more important than the score is what you're learning when you play the game as a coach, so you can be better next time. And as a player, what you have to do to be better under the guidance of a coach with support of the organization. So, Sammy, I'm totally, I feel extremely positive about the growth of female pro sports. And when I'm looking at the professional leagues, the attendance, there's something there. There's something there. There's a market. And I have a granddaughter at University of Manitoba playing soccer, first year university, very good student. Her long-term goal is to play pro soccer in Europe. And the opportunity is realistic now. And this world championship, watching the women's world soccer, boy, it's growing because of the professional leagues. They're playing full time, training year round, and it's entertaining. So I really believe that hockey can go that way. The female league I worry about, because the move was made to try to achieve financial support. Now, that financial support isn't as important as how you run your organization or your business and get to know your people. Like you said, you learned, understood Angela better over time. So there's still a ways to go there. Got to do the right things to build a program that's strong and got a good foundation to continue and do everything it can do, including make money.
I got to run, ladies and gents. Hopefully see you next week. I'll be in Phoenix actually next week, but I'll try to jump on if I can.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get Daryl on next week. His book should be arriving soon. You'll be back after 3 days, Tim, I think.
Yeah, I'm back on Sunday of Labor Day weekend there. Yeah,
well, I should be able to deliver the book to you, and maybe we can have coffee at Cadence and talk some hockey with another one or two buddies. And
yeah.
Anyway, it's really good having everybody on. I'm glad Kim was on before she took off, and I'm really thankful for everybody coming on. And I know I'm working full time now, but I think this Thursday time is very important, more important than the work I do, because the wealth of experience in this group being shared with people the right way, I think you have a big impact on the game. So we'll just keep doing our thing. And has anybody else got any other questions or anything they'd like to add that was on their mind?